Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thank you very much for watching our earwax removal compilation video today. I've got two patients in this compilation. Make sure you stick around for the second one because it's a really good one. I really enjoyed doing that one. Okay, so this is our first patient in the compilation. You can see here we've got some pretty standard earwax here. A little bit on the sort of dry and crumbly side here right at the entrance. We're just doing a little bit of kind of tidying up around the entrance to the ear canal here, just attaching this wax. Because it's a little bit drier, it tends to stick to the canal wall. We've got the standard size Zollner tube in here as well. So we're just peeling these little pieces away from the entrance. You can see we've hit this kind of a little bit softer, slightly more sticky wax behind here. So we're just kind of peeling away from around the outside edge. There we go. You can start to see there's little bits and chunks all getting sucked up into the tube here. Let's start detaching from this right side. Holding on, you can just see as we're pulling this way, you'll see these kind of little bits of dry skin that have come away from the canal wall as well. So if we lift up this next section, there we are. You can see it was attached to the back end of that wax as it came away. This sort of thin strip of skin that was hiding just behind it. So we're going to get onto the next section. Lifting from the bottom here. There we are. You can see that sticky kind of thick nature to the wax. A lot of it getting sucked into the Zollner tube here as we're going along. I end up in the tank here. Don't worry, there's no tank shot for this one, I promise. So we've just got these little harder pieces all working out. There we go, all starting to free up now, all working their way down the canal towards the suction here. There we go. And let's take a look behind that. We can see the eardrum now, clear as day. Just got this little bit here stuck up in the attic. Let's get rid of that. Unpeel it from that canal wall. There we are, all getting sucked in. We'll have to flush the Zollner tube there a little bit. And we've got another little piece just here to the bottom right corner. So let's grab that. Trying to very gently lift. There we go. Up this pops, there we go. We've got this quite annoying little black hair in here as well, which does not want to budge, unfortunately. You can see where we're kind of lifting here and just trying to flick it back on itself. So we've got the crocodile forceps in here. Let's very gently work our way down to this particular hair. There we go, out that comes. And if we take a look behind that now, we can see the eardrum there looking nice and healthy. There is a little bit of wax stuck to the base of the canal. Very thin here though, so we've got to be really careful with the Zollner tube. You can see just a little lift of dry skin here as well. Let's do that technique where we draw back over it just to nip it off. There we go. And you can see the eardrum there looking nice and healthy. So that's looking good. Good light reflex there as well. Skin looking good of the eardrum. So this is the same patient now, but obviously the other ear coming in this time. So we're back in now with the standard size Zollner tube. A lot of dry skin around the entrance here. You can see that kind of discolored yellowish color there. So as we're lifting this up, you'll see it just start to peel some of this away. We're aiming for the darker colored material behind that dark color wax. You can see as we're getting a grip on this material, this sort of drier skin material around the outside edge there is all getting lifted up into it as well. So we'll take that with the wax if we can, just peel in this, there we go, all the way down the canal. There we are. If you do enjoy a good skin peel, guys, you've got to watch the next one. It's a really interesting, really good one. So, okay, so we're coming in now. You can see as we're lifting from the side, all that dead skin, that kind of yellowish tinged skin there, coming away from the canal wall, just sort of tearing that bit off there, just so we can get to the wax behind, because obviously that's what we need to get out. This patient's been suffering a little bit with a few hearing issues here. There we are, getting a good, almost. You can see how this wax is dried to the canal walls. So as we're trying to lift it from the sides here, we're trying to aim for this last darker section. There we go, we've got it moving now. It's on its way. Out it pops, there we go. So you can see darker central section, lighter bits around the outside edge. That's a little bit of kind of dry skin here. So we're just working our way down to this last piece. It's sitting right down on top of the drum. It's stuck to this right-hand side canal wall. Let's pull this away, peel very gently. There we are. The whole thing just slid forwards. A little bit of hair in there as well. Let's get this last section. Just very, very gently moving. There we go. We got it. We got it. Let's see if we can get this out without getting stuck. Perfect. And out it pops. So you can see this very dark material. There's older wax in there. There we are. Just trying to chip away some of these drier bits around the outside edge now. Just slowly working the suction tube along them. Just taking those bits and bobs away. There we are. You'll see there's this flap of dry skin. So we're just going to lift that up. Can we get that? There we go. We've detached that as well. Remember what I said about dry skin, guys? Sometimes when you get these drier pieces, you can lift them and they can actually cause a bit of bleeding, which isn't too much of an issue in itself. But if you can get away without it, that'd be easier. So we can see here, eardrum looking nice and healthy. A little bit of pinkness around the outside edge there as well, but good light reflex on that eardrum. So this is what we removed. So we've got 2.5 centimeters, 1 inch of wax on both ears there. And there's some quite large pieces in there. You'll see the lighter bits underneath. That's the bit of dry skin you can see here as well. There we are, just a shot from a different angle there so you can get an idea of the height of this wax as well. So yeah, some pretty big pieces in there. Oh, okay, so this patient now came through, was a lovely young lady. You can see this eardrum. Sometimes this is what you see when somebody's been to the beach. You'll see little grains of sand in here. So we took a look at it. We could see the eardrum, but patient was having a bit of difficulty with their hearing, a little bit of tinnitus. So I thought, well, okay, this doesn't look quite right. So let's do a little bit of gentle probing on this. And as we do a little bit of gentle probing, we can start to see that we get a bit of a lift just there. So as we start to peel this away, keep an eye on that lift. Look at that coming away. So we get this long piece of skin that's actually formed in front of the eardrum there. Now I call this kind of a leopard print skin because you've got all these little dark dots in here as well, which is really unusual. Now sometimes you can get this with sort of fungal infections and stuff as well. I think this is probably, looking at this, just a little bit of sort of dirt and debris that's got washed down in there with baths and showers, and it's just formed around that skin layer. But yeah, patient was having, quite a bit of difficulty with their hearing. I certainly was noticing some difficulties. Look how this is peeling away though as it comes away from the top. Just this long strips of dead skin coming away here that have formed almost a secondary kind of layer in the canal, really dampening that sound, blocking the sound from getting down to the eardrum. Let's peel away now from this left-hand side. You can actually see the features now of the eardrum underneath. Got the fine end on here. We're just going to start lifting this. There we are. It's all, so it's just starting to peel away. Look at that coming away as it peels. We've slowed this down so you can get a good look at this. All it comes away. We've completely uncovered the eardrum here. Now, you can see there's this little sort of dark section at the top. Now, unfortunately, what we did here, we tried to peel this down, but that last section isn't ready to come away yet. It's really stuck there. So we start peeling from the back here, don't really get anywhere. We just very, very gently touch on it at the top of the canal here. And you can see that little bit of flexion there to the top portion of the skin there, just at the attic of the eardrum. So we're going to leave that piece there, but that will start to migrate away and the patient's going to come back in a couple of months so we can check him over as well. But really interesting, guys. You do see it sometimes. Unusual to see those little black dots all over it though. But yeah, really, really interesting one. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did voicing it over. I shall see you again next week, but as always, guys, take care of your ears, take care of yourselves, and take care of one another, and I'll see you again on Monday.